If you have checked the front page on Roblox recently, you definitely have seen this new game pop up there called The Forge. It released just about 2 weeks ago as of when this video is out, yet already manages to pull over 500,000 players, which is insanely impressive. And you might have heard some positivity about this game already, like this tweet, for example, which managed to get over 1 million views. And with this, the obvious question comes up, is this game actually that good? The game is currently in beta, and probably will stay like that for upcoming months, since, as I said, it released just about 2 weeks ago. And at first, it had about 10 to 20,000 players, but pretty quickly went into over 100,000, and now over 500,000. And the game got a pretty good like-to-dislike ratio, which only makes it more promising. When you join the game, first thing that will happen to you in the game is a dialogue, after which the window with your race will show up, and I decided to try and re-roll just to get human race back. Anyway, you have arrows which point you where to go and what to do. In this case, mine the pebbles to gain some minerals. Then the game tells you to select 3 minerals for your first forge. And forging has multiple mini-games you need to complete, and since I'm a brick, I did not really understand what I had to do on the final one. Although second time I did it perfectly. You get to learn about selling since you forged 2 items and not 1. Right after that, you can afford a new pickaxe, which also reveals that there are different tiers of rocks, basically. You also find out that there are mobs in the caves, so you need to be careful with that. Basically, tutorial goes over things you'll need to know about to actually play the game. It might seem complex at first, but you get used to it pretty quickly. Something you will discover sooner or later are the rare minerals, in this case poopite. And this is one of the minerals that actually gives your weapon or armor a passive if you use it when forging. In my case, the passive is called Bad Smell and scares the mobs away when you got low health. And this is one thing I think is pretty cool. Obviously, there are more minerals that give some sort of passive later on. So when you get to level 10, by basically doing anything, you can use a portal to get to a new island, and this is where the main grind begins. Here you got even more pickaxes, more and harder quests to complete, and more minerals and mobs to discover. You could basically say the entire first island is a tutorial and second island is the actual game. There are some more things in this game that I haven't really mentioned, like runes, which apply boosts to your gear, potions and totems, which give you different kind of boosts and whatever else. Basically, the game already on release has a decent chunk of content for you to play with. One thing I have been hearing about lately related to this game is that it's a brain rot era killer. And honestly, I do not agree with that. Brain rot is getting slowly less popular, while Steal a Brain Rot manages to maintain its player base. Games like Grow a Garden and Plants vs. Brain Rots, which ironically are handled by the same guy. Both are declining in popularity due to people simply getting bored even before The Forge came out. And another reason as to why The Forge isn't the reason brain rot games are dying is because it has a different target audience. Those games are colorful and very simple, while this game has darker colors and more gameplay mechanics to think about. Just the forging alone has multiple mini-games in it. You can even change the device here and see how top-earning games change. On computer, The Forge is top 1, while on tablet, The Forge falls to 11th place, behind Grow a Garden, Plants vs. Brain Rots, and other games. It just proves it has a completely different target audience. But what I do agree on is The Forge possibly changing the meta of popular trendy games, or something like that. It has been developed for about a year, at least from what I got to hear. And I think it's pretty obvious that they took some inspiration from Fish, which has also affected Roblox in some way. While editing this video, The Forge managed to hit over 1 million player count, and that wasn't even an update, just some fixes, double luck, and a code for everyone. And you know, when something becomes popular, others will take notes. It has always been like that. But anyway, I think this game is actually pretty solid. Considering it just came out and is in beta, it does look very promising, at least to me, because even right now, it has some content to play with. Forging, which is supposed to be the catch, since it's literally the name of the game, is done well. But I do think mining lacks something. because right now it's just you holding a button and wait for the rock to get mined. I would suggest adding circles that could appear on the screen around the rock, and if you hit the circle, you would deal extra damage to it. Combat in this game is somewhat fine, I guess. It could definitely receive an update in the future, but for now it's fairly simple. Now, one thing I did not like is hotkeys in this game, or should I say, how you discover them. I tried to look in the settings but never found any hotkeys besides the sprint one. It took me an hour to realize you can dash on cue because I accidentally clicked the button. And only now while editing this video, I saw that in the game's description you got all the hotkeys. I just think the game could tell you about them, or at least have them in the settings, because it does make combat noticeably easier if you use them, or in my case, mostly just heavy hit and normal hit. Another thing that from what I know is planned to get changes are races. Right now, only way to get more re-rolls is using Robux, or codes like this one which gave a whole 10. I actually managed to finally roll something other than human, and you can see how many benefits these races can give. And since I mentioned Robux, the game actually seems to be decently free to play, at least right now. And now what is important about this game, the grinding. Grinding can be fun for some, but I do think they should try to not forget about casual players. I definitely want to see this game do better and not end up like Dig, for example, which lasted for a bit and then started to fall off. It should be easy enough for everyone to enjoy, while also being rewarding for those who are actually fans and spend much time. There are rare minerals which almost work that way, and I actually got lucky enough to get my first legendary mineral even before I got the chance to buy 10,000 pickaxe. This game is sort of like a mix between RNG game and RPG. You got combat, forging, and whatever, but all of that had some sort of RNG aspect to it. And for example, rare minerals even display in the chat when someone gets one, similar to what Soul's RNG did, or many other games that have rare RNG things. But anyway, the developer actually seems to care about the game, saying he doesn't have plans to sell the game right now, and he even made videos on his own game before it released, calling it his dream game. So as I said, to me the game is solid. It's not very good, but obviously is not bad. And seeing that developers seem to actually have passion for this game, and the quality of it, I think with the right updates, it can get much better. And I honestly wouldn't mind playing it myself. It seems fine to me, so why not, you know? And I wish the developers all the best. Maybe this game will actually start a new era of games. Who really knows? Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate that. You can watch one of these videos while waiting for a new one. They are good too. You can play our game, as well as join my Discord server with links in description, and I will see you soon.